Hey, cool mamas. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sheila. Happy Friday. We made it to another Friday. Praise God. I want to talk to you guys about quiet time. Um, I feel like this is a good time to talk about it for me because I'm experiencing it right now. So every other Friday, normally Fridays, but at least once every 2 weeks, I get quiet time to myself because my husband takes our three children or two if my other son is in college, to the barbershop. And that is the beauty of me having three boys. I do not have to worry about haircuts or anything like that. Now, when it comes to like doing their hair, like I'll do twists and braids and stuff like that, the ones that I can do. But having to take them to the barbershop has never been my responsibility. And, or I shouldn't say my responsibility, it's never been a task that I have had to do. I've had the luxury of my husband taking them, and I'm very grateful for that. And when they are away, I sit in quiet. I think I talked about this 2 weeks ago when they were at the barbershop. I had the opportunity to sit still and be quiet, but I was making a video, which I am doing now, but um, I make my best videos when I'm by myself because I'm not concerned about what everybody else needs or somebody possibly popping in. I'm sure there are a few videos that you will see somebody peeking through this window or through this door because I'm always needed, which I have no problem with. But quiet time is one of those things that I didn't know was going to be part of my survival kit until I was completely overwhelmed. As a mom, quiet time can come a lot less frequently if we do not find those little pockets of time that we can enjoy quiet. I have learned that there are a lot of different ways that I can accomplish this because when I learned that I needed it, I looked for it. And you have to be very creative when you're a mom, as you know, to think of times where you can be by yourself when you don't have the luxury of completely like leaving the city or the state, the country, having like all of the vacations and things, like just those daily moments where you just need quiet. And you have to be creative about that. I actually love that I have been able to find the different ways to have my quiet. In the beginning times, I'm sorry, ooh, allergies. In the beginning, when my two youngest were really young, the bathroom would be my quiet space. Now, let's be honest, they were knocking on the door, so they made it very difficult. So I would have to use creativity by finding something to occupy them in a safe space to make sure that they wouldn't harm themselves. And I can go to my room or to the bathroom and lock the door and give myself a minute. As they got older, all three of my boys, well, when my youngest was like a baby and a toddler, um, if my husband wasn't available, I had my two oldest boys who could help me in taking care of their little brother for a minute until mommy came back so she can have a moment to herself. In those days, we were living in a house and I would find like a room or like there was like space in the basement. I would go to the basement. Sometimes I would go to the car, which is still one of my favorite places. The car, I feel like it's the best, almost soundproof type of space where you can just sit and not really be bothered by anybody. Now, I do recommend if you have children that are old enough to come outside, once they know that you're in the car, they will come outside. If you can leave and go for a quiet drive, that's always good. My favorite thing now is driving with the radio off and allowing myself to just think and just be. And of course, paying attention to the road, but um, those quiet moments with myself are starting to become something that I really look forward to because I know that I am committed to making that time for myself. To be quite honest, I'm learning that when I don't, I'm not a very pleasant person to be around if I don't just have a few minutes to myself. Because to constantly be available to everybody all the time without taking a moment to yourself to just breathe, even if it's for a few moments, I don't think that that's healthy for us as moms. And I know that there are often times where as a mom, we say things like, I don't have time for myself. There's no way that I can get away. I don't have anybody to watch my children. You know, if you're like a single mom, I totally get that and I totally understand that. While I don't have experience in that realm, I can understand the frustration of feeling like I have no time for myself. There is no one to watch my child. So, how am I supposed to get that quiet time? In those situations, the one thing that I can say is when my boys were younger and my husband was like at work, I would find like something creative for them to do, like color or watch one of their favorite TV shows or yeah, just something fun for them to do that I know would keep them occupied that could give me a moment to myself, even if it was just a few moments, because it matters. It really matters. We are being pulled in so many different directions. It doesn't matter how many children you have, whether it's one, two, three, four, five, six, and on. You need that time. You need time to yourself. I'm sitting here right now and I can hear from this side of um, the house how quiet it is. Because normally, while my two oldest are bigger now and they're generally quiet, you know, for the most part, unless they have those moments where they're not, because when you have boys, you have boys. But even when they're here and my youngest son is here, I always hear something, and my husband, I always hear something. And I close that door so I can just get as much complete silence as possible. But I'm listening to how calming the quiet is making my body. As much as, you know, they say like you're going to miss like the noise when they're gone. I agree with that because when my children aren't here, even when they were very small, I missed them. Even if when I would say, oh, I need a minute to myself, I need some time to myself. When they're gone, I miss them. I love my children. I enjoy my children's company. But to say that I don't need quiet time would be a lie. I need it. My nervous system needs it. My mind needs the quiet. My brain needs the quiet. I need a moment to myself here and there. And I need it every day. Because if I go multiple days without it, you will tell. You are going to be able to tell that Sheila is not well. And I don't want to come off like that because when I get overstimulated, like, don't touch me, like, just please lower your voice. Like, it's too much going on. Like, everybody just shh, shh. Everybody just calm down. And I have three sons. So while there's a certain level of noise that I'm used to and immune to, I do get those moments when I'm like, I need a minute. Everybody pipe down. So I just want to encourage you to prioritize quiet time for yourself, whatever that looks like for you, because everybody's life looks different. Everybody isn't able to do it the same way that another mom is able to. But think about how that looks for you if you don't prioritize it. How can you prioritize it? And what would it look like for you based on your life? based on your dynamic, your family dynamic, and how it looks on a day to day basis. I highly recommend during the summer and springtime to go find in a safe way, a quiet park where they have parking spaces and you can just sit with your doors locked and watch around you because we don't play those games. Pay attention to your surroundings, of course, but finding those quiet spaces where you can just like nobody's calling your name and they got your location. I'm sure they got the location on the phone. If they needed you, they can call you on the phone, but to where nobody can open the door and ask you a question. I encourage you to, however that looks, whether it's the park, whether you go to your favorite store and just walk around and buy nothing. The doggy is outside. So let me wrap this up. Regardless of how it looks, prioritize it because you deserve it. I love you guys. I'm going to stop here. I hope you have an amazing weekend. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye.